Power sits in.
Old title,
It is, isn't it?
right?
And it makes this big promise, cutting out the middleman, putting control back with you.
Right.
So our mission here is really to unpack what's behind Apertum or APTM. They're calling themselves the first general purpose chain built for everyone.
Yeah, and that phrase built for everyone is doing a lot of work there.
Exactly. We want to look at what that shifting control actually means.
What jumps out right away is that core value statement they make. No middlemen, no empty hype, just you and the tech that puts control back where it belongs. It's
Hmm.
like more than just decentralization talk. It feels like a direct challenge, doesn't it? Giving users real digital sovereignty over their assets, their data.
Taking it back from the intermediaries.
Exactly. Reclaiming something maybe lost in, the web we have now.
So the big question is how? How do they actually plan to deliver that control, that freedom?
Hmm.
The document talks about built-in speed and fast execution.
Powered by Avalanche tech, it says.
Right, Avalanche. Now, for those who follow the space, what does using Avalanche tech specifically mean for the user here, for those promises?
Yeah, that's crucial. Avalanche is known for its subnet architecture. Think of them as like dedicated fast lanes on a highway, customizable lanes.
Okay.
So Apertum leveraging this, probably on its own subnet, means they can potentially tailor performance and security. For you, the user, that should mean faster transactions, hopefully lower fees, just a smoother ride, really.
So it's about avoiding those digital traffic jams.
Pretty much. Creating an environment where apps can run freely without hitting those bottlenecks. That's the freedom part, I suppose.
Okay, speed makes sense.
Yeah.
But they also push this specific economic idea, uh, inflation-proof tokenomics.
And a buy and burn protocol that rewards use over just speculation.
Inflation-proof. That's a strong claim. How do they aim to achieve that? Is it genuinely different?
It is bold. Seems like a two-part strategy. First, a hard cap, a limited supply of the APTM token.
Scarcity.
Standard enough.
Right.
But second is this buy and burn mechanism. As the network gets used transaction fees, maybe other revenue, some of that automatically buys back APTM tokens.
And removes them permanently.
Exactly, takes them out of
Done.
circulation. So you get this deflationary pressure aiming to counteract normal inflation.
Interesting. So the value is tied more directly to actual network activity.
That seems to be the core idea, linking value to utility and adoption, not just, market whims or speculation, trying to fight that typical token inflation.
What also stands out is the ambition, a general purpose chain for everything, not just finance. That's huge.
It is. It really makes you ask, what does everything even look like on a blockchain?
Right. Beyond DXs and DeFi, what are we talking about?
Well, you can imagine digital identity solutions where you hold the keys, not some company.
Yeah.
Or maybe supply chain tracking, completely transparent from start to finish.
That's right. Yeah.
Or even, new kinds of social media, decentralized ones. Gaming ecosystems where your in-game items are truly yours. The concept is to be the base layer, the bedrock, for anything that benefits from being transparent, immutable, and user-controlled.
A foundation for a different kind of internet, almost.
That seems to be the vision.
And they definitely lean into that, saying it's not just another blockchain, but the one that actually delivers.
Even calling it the infrastructure heroes will build on.
That's the confident positioning right there.
Yeah.
Aspirational.
Well, it's clearly trying to cut through the noise, differentiate from, the hundreds of other projects. They're positioning themselves not as the next shiny app, but as the solid foundation.
Plumbing, perhaps?
Sort of, yeah. The reliable, scalable plumbing, it signals a long-term play. They want to be that essential, maybe unsexy, but absolutely crucial backbone that lets others innovate without worrying if the chain can handle it. Utility over hype.
Okay, so let's wrap all this up. The main theme seems to be no hype, just power. The power. It's in your hands now. If they pull this off, what does this really mean for you, the listener, the user?
I think fundamentally it means shifting from trusting central gatekeepers to trusting the technology itself. If Apertum works as described, you could gain a direct, verifiable control over more of your digital life.
Finances, identity, maybe even creative work?
Potentially, yes. It really prompts you to think, doesn't it? What could you build? What becomes possible on a truly general purpose chain designed for everyone, beyond just finance?
Yeah.
How might technology like this let you create and control things in totally new ways, right in your own hands? It hints at, well, maybe an era of digital sovereignty we're only just starting to glimpse.